the one thing is know your brand and know who you're targeting. And I think that will in turn show you the results on the funnel. I love the funnel, you know, awareness, consideration, purchase. Right, let's not overcomplicate it, right?
Yeah.
That funnel is extremely important for you to know.
Yeah.
Actually, at the point of purchase, who you're targeting. And the wonderful thing with e-commerce is that you know who's buying. Actually, I used to work for Phones for You. You know that, Phones for You.
So what was your first kind of foray into online? Because this, you kind of like, it's like from phones to drinks, basically, right?
Again, then went to PepsiCo, Red Bull, Edrington Beam Suntory, and then where I'm at now at International Beverage. And the one thing that I've always wanted is autonomy. Autonomy is one of the biggest things for me because
So Dax, welcome to the episode, and thanks for coming on the pod.
yeah, of course, man. Anything.
Love the studio, right? Do you like our
Love it.
our
Very
couch?
professional.
Yeah, great.
Chose this colour just for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of anything
Yeah.
for you boys. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you turned up in the right way. I love it. Put pressure on me, like. I thought it was just going to be like a little mic and stuff, and then you've just gone boom. Production.
Boom, legit. Dude, if there was a camera, you could see there's like 2 camera guys here. They're making this place look legit. We've got Will and Leon as well. So, all right, let's dive in because there's a lot to cover, and you have some really awesome insights into the world of alcohol plus selling online. So this is legit. So thanks for coming in. Let's start with your origin stories. Tell us, where did it all begin? How did you get to here taking on Titans?
Yeah, no. It's really interesting, actually. I hate talking about myself, but people would say otherwise. But I actually started kind of early on in terms of sales. Like I was in customer service, that sales kind of on the calls. I used to ring, trying to sell stuff in, and actually I just had a passion for it. Right, I had a passion for talking, had a passion for people, understanding what they wanted. And I think that's what drove that passion. And for a long time, it was kind of that face-to-face interaction. I used to work for Phones for You. You know that, Phones for You. I
bet you were like salesman of the month.
You killed it there.
I do.
You did, didn't you?
I love the fact that you've just brought that in. But yeah, I actually won like top 10 sales. Salesperson of the month. Yeah.
How many times?
Yeah, quite a few.
Yeah.
But no, I actually did. I've got the receipts. If you want to see. But yeah, no, it went really well, and again that kind of fell into me trying to pursue that career. Again, then went to PepsiCo, Red Bull, Edrington Beam Suntory, and then where I'm at now at International Beverage. A fantastic business, fantastic company. And the one thing that I've always wanted is autonomy. Autonomy is one of the biggest things for me because I always believe, micromanagement never works and it never has to date. So I think just giving you that autonomy to pursue your role is everything. Let loose. Yeah. I always say that.
Dax Unchained, the J is silent.
Let loose until I mess up, right? So just keep giving me the reins and then we can pursue. But yeah.
So how did you get from sales, like regular sales, to online? Because that's a bit of a jump in terms of career.
Yeah, 100%. I think, listen, know your numbers.
Yeah.
Build that foundation in understanding and your profitability. Understand what it means to the business, and then you can grow from there. And I think one thing that I actually saw very early on is, right, Amazon's a beast. We all knew that, right?
Yeah.
We knew that. And it was kind of going, okay, that's the future. Online's the future.
Yeah.
Everything was becoming more digital. If you look at Ocado's fulfillment centres, I mean, it's
all
literally robots, right?
It's robots.
So that dictates and shows you what's going to happen in the long term. And for me, it was about positioning myself. I've looked at the multi-grocers, managed the multi-grocers. And yeah, I mean, look, fantastic. The scale, there's volume. But if you look at the future, it's online. And that's where I wanted to put my passion into.
So what was your first kind of foray into online? Because this, you kind of like, it's like from phones to drinks, basically, right?
Yeah. So I went into, it was really interesting actually. I was like national new business at PepsiCo.
Yeah.
So it was out of home. So it was like venues, it was cinemas, all that kind of food service, wholesale,
Yeah.
different things like that. So that's where I built the knowledge of kind of that profitability element
Yeah.
and that negotiation. I think that's really important. Then you go into the retailers and then you negotiate with the retailers, and then naturally then my passion was then to kind of go into that next role in terms of e-commerce. And I think it's e-commerce, right? So it's commercial, it's forefront. And then you kind of build from there.
So it's like Street Fighter. You're working your way up, like from boss to boss, going all the way up.
I think that's extremely important. I think you've just got to believe what you're doing as well, because you'll get a lot of noise from elsewhere.
Yeah.
And it's about how you kind of you position yourself and grow, both externally and internally. And listen, I've got a long way to go, so it's only the start.
This way up, man.
Yeah, this way.
This
up.
way up.
Yeah, I love that.
See what I did there?
And you've got a big part to play, actually.
Thanks, man.
I think the foundation is a really interesting one, because ultimately, as we always say, e-commerce, you really need to know your customer, right?
Yeah.
You know that from that first sales role all the way through, you understand your customer, right?
Yeah, you have to. I think the one thing is know your brand and know who you're targeting. And I think that will in turn show you the results on the funnel. I love the funnel, awareness, consideration, purchase. Right? Let's not overcomplicate it, right?
Yeah.
That funnel is extremely important for you to know actually at the point of purchase who you're targeting. And the wonderful thing with e-commerce is that you know who's buying. Amazon can be a bit tricky in telling you that, but in terms of direct to consumer, you can get a geo-targeting perspective, right? You know who's buying your product where, and you can then start to build from that and build your strategy. So, knowing your customers, everything. I think.
I love that.
So.
I love that. Really, that's super important. And where did you start? So what happened? What was the first thing you sold online? Like, what was the...
Oh, wow. The first thing I sold online, it was actually Edrington Beam Centauri, actually.
Who is that, by the way? Because you've mentioned this brand. So this is... Are they two buddies, or are they...
No, I mean, global business, like 850 million revenue last year.
Just a casual 150 million.
Yeah.
So they're a heavy hitter.
They're a heavy hitter, yeah. Great business. Again, one that supported me in my development. I think the one thing that I would say in terms of online, the first thing that I sold, I used to work in like a licensing division within that business.
Yeah.
And we used to develop products and sell them. And that could be in like, the retailers, et cetera. But actually one of the first things that we actually sold was like a gift pack.
Oh, damn.
It was like a gift pack with like Jim Beam.
Yeah.
It was like a gifting, you used to have like the barbecue sauce with the alcohol and different things like that. And that was almost my first kind of like taste of e-commerce. And I went, right, let's go. There's more. Because you see the figures coming in. Whereas like, say you're in general distribution, you don't really get the figures
it's not
until
live, man.
It's not live. That's the one thing. It was like, how are we doing?
Yeah.
Hour by
it's addictive,
hour.
right? Because you're checking it every day.
Yeah, 100%. And we used it was Amazon for the platform, and then kind of the passion went into like direct to consumer, understanding that profitability element, driving that, and then that's kind of where I got the kind of taste for it.
And then, so that expanded out, and you kind of your role, but you mentioned offline. You kind of mentioned. Well,
are you bringing offline conversations online?
Well,
okay.
Hey, there's a lot of conversations we have offline that we can't bring online, but this one that we can bring online.
Yeah.
While everyone else is kind of doing sourdoughs and home workouts during COVID, you and the companies are facing redundancies, right?
Yeah.
You did some hustle.
Yeah, we did. So, to be fair, it was almost like overnight, right? So we worked in, licensing, development products, etc. And then COVID hit, and then we were like, right, well, that's not going to happen. So, as a collective, it wasn't just me at all, but like
that's right. You can take the credit.
No, because I'm here. Just there. But again, we came as a collective and said like we were looking at redundancies in terms of that, and again, it was kind of looking at it and going, what product could we make that essentially aligned with the business strategy?
Yeah.
And that was a business called 1826 Cocktails, and RTDs, ready to drink cocktails, were the thing, right? On premise was facing a huge challenge.
Yeah.
So they were selling cocktails out the side of their window, right?
Yeah.
So they were like, right, we'll do you a Bloody Mary. You can have that in the morning. We'll do you a Long Island iced tea in the afternoon.
People lining up for these.
They were lining up.
Yeah.
And we saw that and said, okay, so yeah, we're not going to play in that market, but what we can do is actually premiumize. And one of the things that we did, we created a 50 cl, so 500 ml products, and we did the leading cocktail. So we did a, what was it now? So espresso martini, Courvoisier. We did an old fashioned with Maker's Mark. We did a Lafroig smoky French martini. And people loved it, right? And it premiumized the category. And there was a couple of others that were doing it.
And so people could buy this online and deliver to the door.
Yeah, so we got listings in Selfridges, Master and Malt, and really
the retailers would have been lapping this up because they're looking for like stuff they can sell online.
Absolutely.
And you're like, here's the gap, here's the product, yo.
There we go. And to be fair, it did work at the time as well. And what it did, it created that workload, but at the same time, it wasn't just being a busy idiot, as they call it. It actually drove value, and it got liquid to lips in terms of
See that?
I got the first
You were going to get that word in.
liquid to lips.
Yeah.
Okay, so bit of foreshadowing about an upcoming little section called Daxisms, brought to you by Oxford Dictionary. So
you know what I really like about this is one of the things that we've discussed about a brand and what makes a brand, right? And one of the things Ali often argues is this ability to move outside of your main channel and stream.
Always.
But and fundamentally, you learn that in the license, because licensing, that's what it's all about, right? You're leveraging the brand.
Yeah. I kind of, it's funny because there's so much focus on the bottle, right?
Yeah.
The converting the bottle. And actually, say you're in a multi-grocer, you're on fixture, right? You've probably got maximum 2 facings per brand, maximum, I would say, unless you're really heavy in terms of rate of sale. And one thing when you walk into a retailer, there's 2 things. You can have like an additional fixture, so you can have secondary space. So a gondola end, for example. So you're not on main fixture, you're on main fixture and you've got gondola end. Okay, you could have a section, a display when you walk into store, cost you a fortune. But then it's about, okay, so when you're shopping down those 20 aisles, how can you get into more than just one and a gondola end? But it's licensing. Position your brand in areas that is relevant to your consumer.
To your customer, yeah,
and your customer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Go to their buying journey.
The one thing is, your customer who's purchasing isn't the consumer necessarily. You have people buying for that other person.
People.
So the other thing is, it's kind of like going, oh, yeah, I'll get that, or I've just seen that.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing that I learned in licensing, because it's about diversifying your portfolio, understanding where to position your brand, which will then leverage the growth. Because if I see the brand 4 times in a retailer, guess what?
Boom.
I'm front of
brand
mind.
awareness is
I'm going.
It's
all the touch points. It takes.
Absolutely. Touch points.
Margins work extraordinarily well there as well, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're getting cash, right? You're getting pure cash on a licensing agreement.
Love that.
You don't have to do any of the negotiations. You don't have to leverage anything. You're essentially, again, diversifying your portfolio and leveraging pure cash as a margin to actually fund the other ends, like the other elements.
So let's move into your current role, because what I love about this is, and Dax is notorious for being humble, but he's got some great Daxisms. So, but Dax, you are Dax from Manchester, taking on some titans, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about your current role, because you're actually doing some like massive things.
Yeah.
What's going on now?
Yeah. No. So joined the business 4 years ago.
What's the business?
International Beverage.
Yeah.
So premium.
How big are they, by the way?
Pardon?
How big are they, International
Yeah,
Beverage?
huge. Yeah. Big
Huge.
business, global.
Like, how huge are we talking?
Yeah. Well, I can't disclose, but
large.
no. But listen, huge
impressive.
business. Huge
Are we
business.
talking? Are we talking?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
fine.
decent, but like in terms of the business, it's global. You know, we have huge reach in terms of our brands. But the one thing that was different to previous businesses or previous business that I was at is that, you know, we own the distilleries, we own the production, we understand what casks are in, and we have the end-to-end process. And
love that.
That's what I love. I think the one thing is that I always look at is going, know your customer, but also know your brand.
Yeah.
Know the business.
Yeah.
Understand that.
Where they meet,
where they meet, exactly, yeah. And again, we met, what was it, 4 years ago now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4 years ago.
Damn.
At
been a while.
the Scottish
thanks for
Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, for me, I think we saw huge wins initially.
Yeah.
Right? There isn't. It's not luck that we became number one in whiskey on Black Friday.
No.
On Black Friday,
Yeah,
whiskey,
we
number
did.
one.
Listen,
Taking
That
on,
was
I've got the
planned.
receipts.
You got the
I've got the receipts. I got the receipts. I've got it on a big presentation. We did. We're
taking
number one
on
bestseller.
Diageo. This is not like
all of them.
It's not a big deal.
No,
This
yeah,
is like
yeah,
this is huge.
And I mean, look, there's two things,
I
right?
think you very humbly just said that.
Yeah.
Wow, we got to number
We
one
did.
on Black Friday.
We did
in
as
the
a
alcohol
team.
category.
We did. We had the price positioning was correct.
Yeah.
And the other thing was the strategy. And
Yeah.
that wasn't a surprise. Like, you both massively supported on that in terms of that strategy, how
You
to win.
delivered.
And we delivered, 100%. And the one thing was, it kind of ignited
Yeah.
that kind of like, okay,
What's possible?
What's possible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because once you get that little banner that says number one bestseller on Amazon, it's
Yeah.
addictive. It's like,
Yeah.
where can we get this next? Then
Because it's a huge category. It's not. We're not.
yeah, there's
this is small.
thousands of SKUs.
What's the value on the category at the moment?
I think it's about 82.
That's for
Millions.
82 million.
With an M. Yeah.
Yeah, 82 million.
Yeah.
That's the total size, I reckon, in terms of
In the UK.
last read, across total
And
whiskey.
you were number one.
That's
and the
just
way-
whiskey. Yeah, I was going
That's
to
just
say.
whiskey,
just-
yeah.
In
So that's
number one.
Yeah, number one. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but the thing is trying to maintain that, right?
Yeah.
The category's completely changed now,
Yeah.
and it's about positioning your brand, and it's been agile.
I was going to say, it's about adapting, isn't it? That's key.
100%.
And reading data, understanding what the market's doing.
And I think that's where you two come in. You understand the commercial side as well as the marketing. So it's about looking at it and going, okay, well, let's be kind of strategic in our investment. And the one thing that we drove was the off-platform ads.
Super important.
Yeah,
Super
that was.
important. And don't get me wrong, on
Awareness.
platforms,
Yeah.
and that's where
It's
that's where we
coming
were.
back to the funnel, right?
Yeah, coming back to the funnel. Yeah, that awareness, consideration, purchase.
Love that.
Well,
So, okay, so what's happened since then? Because there, at that time, if I am correct, you were a humble junior e-commerce,
Yeah.
like
yeah,
NAM,
yeah,
national
yeah.
account manager.
With big ideas and plans.
With big
Big
ideas,
ideas and plans.
Big
yeah.
ideas and
Yeah,
plans.
Yeah.
Where are you at now? What's going on?
Yeah, no, I think it's just about, the business has supported me in terms of that development
Yeah.
and the areas of development. I think the wonderful thing about e-commerce is that everything you do, you get the results.
Yeah.
So you can't fluff.
Yeah.
You can't go,
It's
well,
really transparent, right?
It's very
You-
transparent.
Yeah, yeah.
Your numbers are there.
Yeah.
And the other
Yeah.
thing is, it's like the other people that you're communicating to or stakeholders understand the figures
Yeah.
now because you presented so many times.
Yeah.
So if the figures start doing this,
Yeah.
you spend
Can't
loads
hide.
of money and your net cap
Yeah.
position's there, it starts to be really challenging. But we've the one ambition for when I started the business, and it took a long while, was to secure Ocado.
Yeah.
And, again, a huge retailer. I think, when you look at their share, and it's widely known, they've had year-on-year, month-on-month growth for the last 15 periods. They're
Yeah.
a huge retailer. And their tech and their understanding of e-commerce was, is to date one of the best that you can see. And securing listings with last 27-week read, we're now number one in terms of 12-year-old expression. Competitors you can check. and again, and it is right with the number one 12-year-old expression on Ocado, and
Well
that
done.
it's not like a spike.
Well done, man.
No, it's not me. The team's great, so it's not me at all. It's about really kind of creating that culture of understanding to then position your brand and then leverage that growth.
As you enter a market, start here,
Yeah.
end up here, end up crushing it. That's
Yeah.
really cool. And you're very subtly just dropping these little
Yeah,
things
the
in.
number one. Do you like that? Like,
Yeah, just really-
hashtag number one.
It's number one. I'm in number one here.
But it's really interesting because you can't. What I quickly learned. So earlier on, it was all about me. You
Yeah.
know, like in that
Yeah.
early years,
Yeah.
and then I quickly realised it ain't about me. It's about everyone else and building that culture
I
and
love
building
that.
the team.
Yeah.
And then understanding
The humility,
the fact that you can't be everywhere all at once.
Yeah.
So
You can't scale it
You can't scale.
if it's just on your own.
You can't. Well, if you do, you just burn out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one great example of that is, so we, on D2C, when I joined the business, we were doing minimal. So we just had our standard core range. And the problem with that is you've got Amazon, you've got all the multi-grocers on promo, you've got this, you've got that, and it's a fight to the price. And I said, well, where's the point of difference? Where's that kind of that diversification of your portfolio to say, okay, as a believer in the brand, what are you coming to direct to consumer for? Well, there's two things. You can't get the product in market, so we can ship it out there. Or actually a point of difference. So we launched a single cask initiative. I mean, I didn't invent single cask. I mean, it's been around a long time, but we never did it. And as a team, as a collective, we went, right,
why are we doing this? We should do this.
We've got thousands on the database, right?
Let's know your business.
That's it. And also, what are you trying to do? Why are we trying to do what Amazon's doing, or the grocers? Leave them to it, right? They're the ones that drive all the volume. But and then we sold out in the first 12 hours of our first.
Mate, well done.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're dropping.
Do you like it? Do you like
dropping
these
these little
hits?
bombs. I love this.
No, but like genuinely, like, and to be honest, again, the digital team were amazing, and again, selling out in 12 hours, I think, is underestimated in the sense of just bang, just went.
I remember how excited you were that day.
Do you remember that?
Yeah,
and I was buzzing.
You were.
And
no, but you're going to say, I love the fact that you take it so passionately and personally.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, if you don't, then what?
It's not about you. It's about the business and the team.
Absolutely. It's about. Yeah. Listen, if you're not passionate about it, what are you doing?
It's quite a founder mentality, though, right? That is. So, and you definitely embody that spirit.
I love that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but no things. Look, don't get me wrong. It's not all roses, and you know what I mean. It's not all kind of. It's not all positive, but at the same time, you've got to take these wins and actually, celebrate
them. Yeah. I agree.
Celebrate them in the alcohol industry. That could be fun. Now, I want to kind of move on to two things. First one, a lot of people who are watching this will be brand managers like yourself, or they will be a founder, or there's someone who's trying to like get a little side hustle going. Top tips for someone who is looking to launch in the drinks industry. Let's just say drinks in general. Okay. What would be your recommendations? Tell the people, what do you recommend?
So, I mean, 1826 was a massive learning. It was like a subsidiary of the business, right? You can still see it on Edgington's website. And so, for me, two things. Understand what market you're going in. Understand where the growth is. Understand where the share is, and look at the competitors and where they're leveraging. So, never be the leader in innovation. Like, I think the one thing is
it's very expensive.
Very expensive, right? People go, I want to bring something new to the category. It's not the right thing to do. Bring something in that's rich in terms of, okay, don't get me wrong, it'll be competitive. But actually, what the size of the market is. And then look at where you're manufacturing. Don't manufacture abroad initially. Absolute nightmare.
So keep your supply chain short
within the UK.
If you can.
Control.
Then you can test and learn. You get control. So if someone ordered something, your lead time's probably 4-6 weeks in the drinks business. Yeah. If as soon as it goes on the water or it needs to come through.
You're losing shelf life. And
you're losing everything. It doesn't. I'm only talking from a drinks space perspective, and if it's over 15% ABV, shelf life's not an issue.
Okay.
Right. But for me, it's about the lead time to get into the retailer. So if you're out of stock and the lead time's 16 weeks, it's gone. So I would focus on UK. There's some great businesses in the UK that can do that. They can develop your product. That's another thing as well. Develop your product, end-to-end solution. I think that's the one thing that you need to really tap into, because the MOQs are like 1,000 litres. It's nothing. It's 1,000 litres, right? So you can get on a 50cl, you can get 2,000 units and test the market, understand. And do you know what? If people go, that tastes awful.
You haven't lost much,
and it's not about you, right? That's the one thing I always think. It's not about what you think. It's about what 2,000 people say. And if 1,800 of them say, that is worldy, that is unbelievable, we're good, right?
Sweet.
But if you start doing that in Europe and different things, the lead times, the lags, and I always think be quick, because the bigger corporations take so much longer to develop innovation, just because of the nature of their
too many people, like lots of people have to make decisions and find
100%.
cash and good budgets and all that.
I reckon they probably have about gate processes that are like, I don't know, 10 stages.
Yeah.
Well, what-
Whereas if you're doing the side hustle startup,
you can do it tomorrow.
boom, get going.
Get it out there.
So jump off a cliff.
And I
build
would
the plane on the way
always
down.
say work with either SALSA or BRC accreditation, because if you want to get into retailers,
Certifications. Okay.
you need that. I think don't fall down on that side,
Yeah.
the ugly side, the boring side.
Yeah, the non-sexy side.
And distribution. Make sure you've got that tight. Don't lose your margin on pallet costs and stuff like that.
Okay. Next round, bonus round.
Okay. Bonus.
We're going
Jesus.
to Daxisms, brought to you by Oxford Dictionary. What are some key kind of little phrases that you often say, and why are they important? Okay, you said one before. Let's start with.
Everyone does this to me because I do come out with them. So, OND.
OND.
Okay.
October, November, December.
I love that. It's not Q4.
It's not Q4. It's not, because our Q4 is Q2 where I'm at now.
Fine,
So,
but I get
OND,
it.
that's
Yeah.
where we're at, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And why is it important? Because that's like peak selling time.
So we do 60% of volume and value.
That's incredible.
In
Yeah.
literally, I would say 10 weeks, not
Wow.
even 3 months.
So have OND.
Yeah.
Focus it on them. All
Yeah,
right.
OND.
Next
Liquid
one.
to lips.
Liquid to
Liquid
lips.
to lips.
Liquid to lips.
Tell the
L2L.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liquid to lips.
Why liquid to lips?
That's how you grow your brand, right?
So you're constantly thinking, how can I get liquid to lips, as in sampling people? Just get
Yeah.
it to people
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they can try it.
Yeah.
Once they've tried it, you're going to get.
It's NTB. It's new to brand, right?
News to brand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
exactly
yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying.
NTB?
This is the thing where you,
go.
so
Let's go.
Amazon jargon, we know it, right? There's actually a dictionary
Yeah.
of just like everything that we have. But what you're saying is like, liquid to lips is the same as new to brand from an online
Yeah.
perspective, just
Yeah.
to put
Okay.
it to relative
Yeah.
terms. If you do a
But
sampling,
you're making it real. It's kind of like.
Yeah, no, that's what I love about it. You're personalizing. You're talking
Yeah.
about exactly that customer experience.
absolutely.
Because again, I think it from a retailer's perspective, new to brand, you're looking at no, I'm looking at it from the customer's perspective.
Always.
It's liquid to their lips.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
personal.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love thinking of your lips. Tell me more about what's another expression that you have?
Oh, I don't know.
I've got one.
Go on.
Yeah.
Premiumize.
Oh, premiumize. Everyone loves that word.
Okay.
That's. I wouldn't say that's me, but like, everyone wants to premiumize. There's two things. You can't just increase the price.
No, you can't. Yes.
You have to then add value.
Yeah.
And I think the thing with the brands that I work with now, we do a fantastic. Well, it's not me. The brand teams and stuff do a fantastic job in adding that value. For us in commercial to leverage that, I think that's super important that you're aligned.
Yeah.
And we've done it mostly on like D2C, single cask, for example.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Single cask has added value in a way to say, look, this is something you can't get anywhere. But do you know what was really interesting? We've done 4 single casks now.
Yeah.
And we've differentiated the price point every time.
Love that.
And it really
you premiumized.
Premiumized. We basically, yeah.
But I think it's a really important point because a lot of people will go, I want to create a premium brand, right?
Yeah.
But it's not about the logo, is it? I mean, that's fundamental. It's not just about the packaging. It's not. You can have a beautiful bottle and
Yeah.
that's
If it
not
tastes
enough.
awful, then
Yeah,
you're not
well,
going to get any.
Yeah, but it's even more, right? So you're right. Quality product essential, the branding essential, but it's also just understanding that communication, right? That is the key element.
Know who you're targeting.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's the one thing for me. Know who you're targeting, and I think that will then leverage your strategy.
How do you know who you're talking? What is it that you look for when it comes to data? What is it you use?
To be honest, conversion rate. I'll be honest. So for one thing is because I don't know who's actually drinking it at the other side. It's different by strategy, right? So pure play, marketplace, D2C, completely different. So the one thing with D2C, the data, who's purchasing, so you can kind of make a little bit of an inkling on who's purchasing. But for me, it's going, okay, let's go on promotion, because let's be honest, you sell 85% on promotion in terms of volume with marketplace.
Yeah.
So your high and low is extremely important. Your RIP's there, but when I speak to the buyer, it's very much a average sale price versus headline, because, okay, what are we actually converting on?
Yeah.
That can then dictate whether we can premiumize or not. And I'll fluctuate. Like we'll see what a a promotion is a little bit higher, a little bit lower, and then we kind of find where their sweet point is, or sweet spot, and that for me is the kind of thing to understand.
So you're balancing out this because you've got this emotion and this passion with it, but we're talking about being clinical, tactical, strategic.
You've got to have both, I think. Yeah, you've got to have emotion, you've got to have passion, but at the end of the day, you want to drive sale
and conversion rate.
And conversion. Listen, we could send 100,000 to the product page. Doesn't mean you're going to convert.
Yeah.
You could just have loads of people that aren't interested in the brand. Know who your customer is, focus, understand, and then you convert.
Love it.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time today, my man.
No worries, no worries.
You killed it.
Hope I make sense.
That's been
Made
awesome.
a lot of sense, and I've enjoyed the Daxisms. I want to see more.
You want to see more?
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no
We'll
worries.
wrap it
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Dax. So what we're going to do, we're going to wrap it here, but can you tell the people in this camera, one of the cameras, where can they find you and what's coming up next?
Yeah, so I love that. Put the pressure on me. Yeah, so you can find me at Dax Dupré LinkedIn.
Yes. Alrighty.
Thanks for coming in, Dax.
No worries, no worries.
One love.
One love,
One
one
love.
team.
Peace.